All right, so you usually get like a comb over with a hard part, but you said you're starting from scratch, and we'll probably cut your hair once it grows out again. Do it again. But what are you getting done?
We could go for like the same thing, like a part.
Okay, and then you're gonna do a fade.
Yeah. Okay. Like a mid fade.
Mid fade. Yeah. How low on the sides?
I'll kind of let you judge that. What you think?
Okay. Do you usually go bald?
I go pretty well. Like I did before, but
you want to leave a little bit more hair?
Yeah, a little bit more.
Yeah, we can do that. All right, cool. So we'll do a fade. We'll leave the top. We'll start to prepare for actual comb over.
Yeah.
And then we'll do it again another time. All right. Thank you, man. Let's get started. YouTube, what's going on, guys? We got another haircut tutorial for you. You watched the consultation, so you know we're not gonna go bald here. We're not gonna give him a bald fade. We're gonna give him a shadow fade. I'm using the modified with the Filthy Blends bracket wall seniors. These are the classic joints. These are the, I believe, the 100th anniversary, 90th anniversary. I'm sorry, brain fart. But I got an Andes blade on it, and the reason why I decided to use the Andes blade is because it leaves it's a half. You know, it's kind of like a half, but it leaves it a little bit longer than, for example, your wall blade all the way open. So we went with the Andes blade all the way open to leave a little bit more length with the shadow fade we're gonna do. Now we are gonna taper out the sides in the back, which I think is gonna really take this cut to the next level. But with that being said, I'm using a number 4 here to clear out most of the bulk. I'm going off of the shape of his head. We're not gonna cut anything off the top because he did say he's growing the top out. He's going back to that side part comb over look. Now, during the haircut, he did decide, and I don't have proof, guys, because I didn't keep the footage, but just take my word for it. He did decide he didn't want to do the side part, the hard part, I should say. But we're gonna still cut it squared, as you can see. We're just not gonna put a hard part in, which I'm happy he did. And he made that decision once he started to see the cut after the shear work, and you know, some of the blending. That's when he decided, nah, we're good. So his head shape is pretty squared. So I am gonna round it off here at the parietal ridge. If you notice, I'm taking those corners off, right? And we're gonna round it off a bit to try to give him more of an oval shape. So we're going rounded on his parietal ridge since he has a squared head shape. In my opinion, I think it's squared. All right, so we have our first guideline. Our next guideline is going to be created with the number 1 guard all the way open. And if you watched my last video, the Gamma unboxing, then you know your boy about to customize some new custom FXs. So look out for that. I actually talked to Dennis, and he's one of the head honchos there at Babyliss who makes these products happen. And he told me to wait till Sunday, because Sunday they're dropping their new colors. So I'm excited about that. Here we're using the half guard. It's all the way open, and we're gonna close it as needed until that initial guideline that we created with the blade open, until that's completely gone. And you can see it's pretty much blended now, and we'll do that all the way around the head. Hey Tito, I like this beat, bro. This is unique right here. I'm feeling this. I feel like I need to get on this one. Me and Beam need to make a track. All right, but let's stay on topic. You can see here at the occipital bone, he's got a protrusion. So I did stay in that area, and I did close up that half guard a little bit until it lightened up a bit. So we're using our number 3 guard, and it's closed, and we're just coming off the head, and it should just blend right into that number 4. We're not trying to create another line of demarcation. We're going to start fading down. I now have my number 2 guard, and we went from 2 open, 2 closed. But what's really going to blend this out and make this gradient transition a little bit better is going to be that 1.5 guard. So right now we are pretty much just clearing bulk and making it so that our 1.5 guard can just blend into the top there. But this is where the magic is going to happen, where the blend and the fade is going to come to life. So we're starting off with the 1.5 guard open, and as we move down, we'll start to close it until you see it starts to get blended. Now, it may look dark in certain areas, like where I'm working now, and those are areas that you might need to drop down to even the 1 guard again, just to create. As you can see, look, I dropped down to that 1 guard. It's all the way open, and I'm especially working here in this area where he has an indent, where it can look darker than the rest of his fade. We want to lighten that up. Okay, and then we're gonna do the same thing on this side, and I'll shut up and let you guys pay attention. Follow along with the color guide.
Damn it, Tito. Another one?
Yeah, this side right here was definitely more difficult, and I think it was just because of the hair growth pattern. But nonetheless, we got it together. You can see it's definitely coming along, and we just followed the same steps that we use on the other side. And then with the blending shears, you can see like the middle of the side of his head, it looks like it's pretty light. You notice I use the thinning shears around that area. If I use the blending shears, I should say, if I use the blending shears in that light area, it's just gonna look even lighter, and you're gonna ruin the gradients you're trying to create, the balance gradients. And so I just stayed away from that area. And at this point, we're just really detailing. All right, so let's go ahead and start this back taper. We're gonna start balding the line out. And it's already a blade open on the sides. It's already a half pretty much on the sides. So you're not gonna need no guards to blend this out, right? You're gonna go in with your clippers, probably go with the blade all the way open and close it as needed until that guideline that you see right there is completely gone. So here we are. We got our blade all the way open, and I close it just a bit, and right underneath where I just left off, that's where I'm going up to. Close it a little bit more, and right underneath that's what we're going up to. And you keep doing those steps until your clip is all the way closed, and you'll see it's blended. And then you might need to grab that trimmer again and use the corners of the trimmers, but that's the process for that. Like you can see right here, I grabbed the trimmers, I'm using the corners, and it's blended. I swapped over to my rose gold trimmers, because these things are hitters. These things are laser beams.
Damn it, Tito. Another one?
And it was sharp. I didn't need to enhance it. But I'm trying to get my guy to leave the chair feeling like, damn, I ain't never seen my hair look like this. You know what I'm saying? My barbers, you get what I'm saying. My clients, my customers that watch these videos that got a dope barber, you know what I'm talking about. All right, and we're repeating the same thing here on the temple taper. Same steps. Look, come in with the blade open, or you could do the opposite like I'm doing here. So I'm going in close and I'm opening as I go up until it's blended. So you could do either or. It's a preference thing, really. Yeah, when I was doing that taper, I didn't like that area, so we had to clean it up a bit while my attention was still on there. All right, and we're keeping it natural. We're not pushing it back. And because of the direction that his hair grows, it's impossible to give this guy a sharp vertical bar without pushing him back. So we're gonna throw the enhancement on him. I'm using dark brown, black brown is what I'm using. And if you notice, if you use the overspray, which means you're not spraying directly on his skin. If you use overspray and you spray him from a distance, you can get that enhancement to match. Like, it looks good to me. And his hair is not black brown. Alright guys, and so now I'm gonna apply product, and every time I apply product, I turn my clients towards the mirror, where he's like, this is where he was like, no hard part, bro. My haircut is looking crazy. I've never seen my hair like this. I love it. He loved the cut, man. See him smirking a little bit, you know. And this is where you show your clients you go above and beyond. You let them see in the mirror, like, bro, this thing looks done already. He's still putting in details and making my haircut feel next level. Guys, this is the before and the after. If you're new to the channel, please do subscribe. Comment below, let me know what you think. Look at that back taper, look at the shape, look at the hair growth pattern. Like, to me, it's a good cut. If you like it, smash the like button, all that good stuff. I'll see you guys on the next video. Appreciate y'all. Have a nice day, guys.